And we are excited to bring to Movie Bark the creator behind the web series Someone New, Monica Ammerman. Monica, how's it going?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Just hanging out here in Brooklyn.
That's the most like New York thing anyone's ever said to me. I'm hanging out sweating in Austin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So actually, before we get into your show, can you tell everybody, because you've played ARF before?
Yes, I have. So this is my second time being at the Austin Revolution Film Festival. The first time I didn't actually attend, but a film that I was in called Frisky by director Claudia Pickering had made it for a comedy feature, and I co-starred with her in that. And yeah, I'm so excited to be coming back, making my own thing this time.
So let's talk about your own thing. So, we hear a bunch of different variations on the story of actors who, for whatever reason, decided they want to make their own thing. And tell me a little bit about where Someone New came from.
Yeah, so I was out here doing the New York hustle, as it were, and I found that a lot of the things I was doing were not fulfilling me. Kind of a something you hear a lot, and I had read this play again. It's called Le Ronde. It's by Arthur Schnitzler, and I just picked it up from my bookcase and I read through it. And I could not get the thought of out of my head that this is like the perfect format for a web series because it's 10 scenes, two people in each scene. And it just kind of stuck with me to the point where I was like, okay, I guess I have to write this. I have to adapt this and make it into a web series. Then I ended up casting myself in it, which has been interesting,
Right.
directing myself. But yeah, it's been great.
So before we get into the rest of the cast, because I do want to talk about, because it's a good cast, but directing yourself. So I've actually had to act in some of my stuff before, and I don't really blow lines. I simply rewrite as I'm going. But really and
Mm.
truly, like, what is it like for you to have to kind of wear two hats and kind of help guide a performance while also really taking care of the scene as a whole?
I mean, yeah, I wore like 10 hats, right? Because I was also like driving, I was calling for food, I was, doing set dress. I was doing like everything. So it was a lot. I will say that in the future for things that I write, I think I'm going to act or direct, just because it's just a lot. And something you lose something somewhere, either in the performance or something that you missed, but from behind the camera. But I was really lucky actually because my director of photography, Zach Ray, was just like super on it. He helped me. He even gave me like some notes here and there, acting wise. So we really helped each other out with that.
Well, and let's talk about the rest of the cast then. How did you find them? Because I thought that it was, I think, just a really well put together. We don't have an ensemble award at ARF. If we did, you guys would be nominated. But so tell me just a
Oh,
little bit
thank
about
you.
just putting that whole thing together.
Yeah. So originally when I wrote it, I knew it was going to be two actors, one female, one male. Um, and in the series, the female actor plays 10 different characters, and so does the male actor. And then I kind of, like I said, I decided on casting myself for the female. And then for the guy, I just did a posting on Backstage. I had 450 submissions. I invited, I think, 20 people to send in a tape.
You had 450 submissions.
Yeah, I had 450
Whoa.
submissions. It was a lot.
So before we
Um,
continue the story, filmmakers that are listening,
totally.
when you get rejected from a film festival, she had 450 submissions for one part. Not all of them got the part. So handle rejection a little bit better. But that's my soapbox. Sorry. Back to your
No, yeah,
back to the story of your film.
totally. So yeah, I think I invited 20 people to send in a tape. Surprisingly, not everyone did it, which I was like, if I get asked to send in a tape as an actor, I'm like, hell yes, I'm sending this tape in. Um, and then the ones that did, I did a final callback, and Sam just like, oh God, he's so good. He was super transformative, which was like critical to this character, to these characters rather. And also there was just that like that kind of unnameable chemistry that happens when the right person steps into the room. Because I had someone else that I was like, oh, this person is so great too, but I just had a feeling with Sam, and I just followed that, and it was totally right. Like he brought it every day. Like I said, totally transformative. Like was 100% like in every way. He was able to like pick up slack for other stuff because we were a super shoestring production. He was able to do those like overnight shoots without complaining. It was like he's just like a gem. So
Actually,
yeah.
that's what's interesting too. I wanted to ask about that because I don't think a
Hmm.
lot of people that really know what it's like to make something on no budget. Like you're not just casting an actor, you're casting a guy who, if he shows up early, gets to be a grip, or
Yeah.
those kinds of things. But do you find the challenge is worth it working on these small budget, low budget things?
Oh, 100%. I mean, the the hardest thing, right, is that you can't make someone care about your project as much as you do. But I got people that sure faked it. If they didn't actually care, they made me believe that they did. And for me, I was just as transparent as possible. I didn't want people coming in thinking that they were going to get this, star experience. Like I told them straight up, like, this is what's happening. I'm doing everything. I'm going to need your help. Are you willing to do this? And I just got so lucky that my team was like, yeah, we'll do it. And everyone just pitched in whenever possible, had great attitudes. We learned like certain parts of the day, certain people are not as happy. We let them do their thing. Um, but that's also a good thing about having a small crew is that you do know everyone super intimately and are able to just be like, okay, I know what everyone needs.
I think that like I've done 15 features. The 15 worst
Wow.
days. Some of the 15 worst days of my life have always been the rap day because you're never gonna get that same exact chemistry together. Like things come together in a way that
Yeah.
you can't repeat it. So what was that day like for you on a cast and crew that you put together?
Rap Day was insane because Sam was about to go do a year-long program in London, and he was like, "Hey, this is happening in like 2 months," and we had not like figured everything out, and we're like, "Okay," and we ended up, and my DP was in India for like a month, like so, like we had like a 2-week window to finish the rest of it, and we had like 7 shoot days, and so we did like 4 back to back, and the last day was like kind of delirious. It was like August last year, so it was super hot, and like everyone was just kind of, I don't know, we were just delirious, but it was definitely sad. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess it was happy, and I hope that we were able to get everyone back together again. But people have already spread out a bit. Some people have gone to DC, so it's like I don't even know. I don't know when I'll see them all again at the same time.
So is this
But
is this your
yeah,
directorial debut?
it is. Yes, it is.
So as an actor, and you talked about Sam coming in and like bringing parts of the character that maybe you didn't even see, which I think is always the best. Like when an actor does that,
Mhm.
is it gonna change your approach now as an actor, having been on the other side of it?
I mean, what I kind of learned from being on this side is that so much, I mean, and you hear this a lot, but so much of it is out of your control. It's like, how do you sound? Like, what is that thing that's unique about you that you bring to it? And you either have it for that role or it's just not you. And that's what I felt like with, like I said, some of the other people I auditioned. I was like, wow, these people are amazing, but it's just not quite right. So I guess as an actor moving forward, I can really just be happy knowing that I bring what I bring, and sometimes it's just not what's needed. So that's
That
kind of
no,
a bit
that
of
that's a really excellent, much better answer than I was looking for. I figured, yes or no.
Oh,
So,
sorry.
so no, no, it's a great answer. So now, have you played anywhere yet, and how has the reception been?
So we actually have our first showing is going to be this upcoming Sunday at the Chain Film Festival, and I'm so excited. I'm definitely like, I've been telling like my friends in my community about it, and they've been like, when are we going to see it? And they're finally going to see it, and I am definitely like halfway like shitting my pants. I'm like, oh my god, people are going to see this thing that I did. Like I can't hide. um, so I I don't know. I'm on pins and needles here, curious how people are gonna react.
Now we're only screening an episode. Are they going to screen the whole thing?
No, so at the Chain Film Festival, they're doing 3 episodes. Um, yeah, and we're still editing a lot of the other ones. We have 6 more. We have 4 completely edited, and then 2 that are like halfway there, and then we have a few more that are no way near done yet. So
And,
yeah,
and then will the plan be for once you're all done an online release? I'm guessing.
yes, that is the goal. That
Well,
is the plan.
will definitely let us know when that's going to happen, so that way we can do our best to promote it. But for those of you who live in Austin, Texas, you're going to get to see it on September 6th at 1 o'clock as part of our Take on Me block. And I really hope that my 80s music fans will see the connection of these films to that song.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
we're excited to have you, Monica. And again, thank you so much for sharing your film with us, and thank you for being on Movie Bark.
Of course, thank you. Can't wait to see you in the flesh.
It'll be like oh my god, it'll be all this anticipation. I can't wait either.
Yeah, I'll be fangirling big time.
Oh, shucks.